Hello you beautiful witches. Today we're going to be talking about plants. Today's plant is going to be the rosary vine, aka the string of hearts, also known as Ceropegia Woodii. It cascades down, so it's a trailing plant, and it has the shape of hearts as its leaves. It's so cute. It's one of my favorite plants to grow. So semi-succulent plants means that it is more tolerant of dry soil than wet soil, and it is prone to rotting in wet soil. Allow the soil to dry out completely in between waterings. So for this particular plant, I can tell it needs water every time I can fold up the mature leaves. The mature leaves meaning the ones on the top, not the bottom. You kind of want to like fold it, but don't like force it. As you can see, I'm squishing it, and it is not folding, meaning it does not need water. The sun doesn't really hit its leaves, but it does have a bright spot. You can also put this by a window, but don't let it get too much sun because it will scorch its leaves. I did that with one of my rosary vines, put it by the window, but it died because I literally ignored it. And that was a mistake of mine, because if you put it where there's more heat, so if you put it by a window, you're gonna tend to water it more. So it just depends on the location and also the pot size. If you're looking to buy the variegated string of hearts, I recommend you try the non-variegated one first, because the variegated one is a little bit more difficult to take care of. Not that difficult, but they need much more attention in my opinion. But yeah, if you're okay with this string of hearts, I really recommend the variegated one because they are just so beautiful. So if you notice large spaces between leaves, the chances are the plant is not getting enough light. Okay, so this is another string of hearts that I have. This one is kind of dying, I'm not gonna lie. I try to salvage it. So right here, as you can see, there's spacing. There's literally one little tiny leaf down here and one big leaf up here. So this is because it wasn't receiving enough light. I had it like in a shady place because honestly I didn't have room. I recently bought more space to put my plants on, and now it's receiving more light, which is why this tiny one is growing down here. So as you can see, this is actually in need of watering because I can fold the leaves super easily. And this one, I actually just had it in there because I hear some people propagate their string of hearts in soil. It's never worked for me. These aren't healthy because I can crunch them up. Healthy meaning like they have to be very firm to the touch, and so in order to propagate them in water. I tried doing string of hearts like this when they're a little limp and it doesn't work. So I have it in soil for right now, see if that changes. I doubt anything's gonna happen, to be honest. I just ordered another batch of string of hearts because I'm psychotic like that. So these plants are pet friendly, meaning if one of these leaves fall, which they do tend to fall, they're very delicate to the touch. If they fall and your cat or dog happens to eat one, don't worry, nothing bad is going to happen to them. They'll be fine, especially if it's in small little quantities. So this plant actually enjoys 50% humidity. So in size, these grow pretty long. They trail down to 90 centimeters or more. Let me convert centimeters to inches. I'd be mad dumb converting stuff. Okay, so that's 35 inches. That's a lot. That's literally like almost 3 rulers, right? 12 times 3. Yeah, see, I know some math. Okay, look at me. So as for flowering, it does actually produce small purple flowers in the spring or summer. They're not doing so good. I try to save these two. I tried to propagate them in soil. It's not working. They're not rooting. As you can see, they're not rooting and they're just getting really soft to the touch. So I'm not sure how people root these in soil. It's just not working for me at all. I think I'm going to have to buy some, what is that called? Let me go on my Amazon cart. Better Grow orchid moss. And honestly, I see everyone like propagating stuff in that, and I'm about to do that because this ain't it. There is new growth, as you can see right here. I'm not sure why, honestly, but maybe I'm just keeping it for now. You know, if it dies off, especially since winter is right around the corner, that's fine. At least I'm trying to salvage it. And the soil is honestly, it's kind of dried out. I should water it. Also, if your string of hearts is cascading, let's say down a bookshelf, just be careful it doesn't hit like the actual shelf, because that could kind of stunt its growth. So example, this is a bookshelf, right? This keeps falling out, but whatever. Let's say it's cascading and it's hitting the bookshelf. You kind of want to avoid that. For fertilizing with any plant, don't fertilize in the fall or winter months. In the summer and spring, I tend to fertilize it at least every 3 weeks. You could do every month as well. I wouldn't recommend every 2 weeks. I think that's just a little bit too much. It's going to be kind of harsh on the plant. If it has worked for you, then that's totally fine. It's just my experience that I'm talking about. This leaf right here, the edge is turning yellow. That means it's being overwatered, or you're just giving it too much water. So just let it dry out a little bit. If you see like dead little bits, I just tend to take them out, because honestly, if there's dead plants in a pot, it attracts more bugs. So yeah, definitely take them out. Let's see if there's any more in here. No. Oh, let's pop this one back in there. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like stuff like this, let me know. I will continue doing it. Bye.